Da-da! Welcome. So today I want to talk to you about love. So you've seen me, I'm a hopeless romantic. There's no way you can beat love out of me. I don't do games, I don't like games. I like to express myself, to express my feelings just the way they come through me. You've seen a couple of my videos on, different expressive song of love, but also if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you've seen that I oftentimes post poems and things of that nature, because for me love is a big part of my life. Like, I wouldn't be here without love. I wouldn't be talking to you if love wasn't animating me. And love is a lot of the force that's actually pushing me and driving me to do a lot of things I'm doing. I wanted to come on and to speak about love, because sometimes as women, because this video is going to be for women thinking about men, and I will do another video later on for men thinking about women, towards women. So for me, like I said, I'm a hopeless romantic. I love the way we have the ability to express love, to use our words, not to be able to find those fantastic or those intricate rhymes, but just to use the words to help us express the love that we feel inside, the love that we want to share with somebody else or share with the world. Like I said, you've seen on Instagram that I do post poem oftentimes. I'm also working on a little book of poems, and those are basically love poems that I've written since I was around the age of 19. So it's about 2 decades, a little bit less than 2 decades of writings, some of them sweeter than others, but all of them just an expression of the different phases I've been through throughout those years. And I hope that when it comes out, you have the opportunity to look at it. And so today all I wanted to do is to talk to you a little bit more about love, and to open you to be less manipulative, less calculating. I think I've lived my life just expressing the love I feel, the love I feel connected to. For a long time, for a few years, I had kind of a stop or a pause where I went into my own bubble, for many reasons, which I will discuss in other videos. But it's important for us to express love. Every single time I've jumped that leap, I've given my love freely, unconditionally. It has been given back to me 1,000 times. So this is why I will say that love is such a wonderful driving force, and force that we all have the ability to feel, all have the ability to give and receive. And I think the more we start to give it and receive it, the more there will be around for everybody. So this video is really to encourage us as women to give love to our men, give love to that partner that's in our life, the person that's making us feel loved, feel appreciated, this person that we admire, that we respect, that make us feel some kind of way, and that brightens our day, that take our life from neutral to amazing. I think it's such a wonderful opportunity to be reminded of letting that person, that special person in your life, know how much you love and care for them, how much they mean the world for you, and letting them know, not because you expect them to do that in return, not because you expect them to be there, but just because you feel it. I think there's too many people trying to manipulate somebody else, trying to do things in order to cause somebody to act a certain way, and in that you can lose yourself. You can lose your true ability to feel love naturally, not to force things out. It happens often when you're feeling some kind of way, but you're trying to pretend that you're not. You're holding back, you're building walls, and you're building barriers because you're afraid. And acting from a place of fear is going to make your life a little harder. It's going to make you harder to even receive love, to give love and to receive love, because the wall is going to become in between you and that other person. And you know, for some people it works, making tricks and manipulating others, being calculative, and maybe they receive the love that they think they need to deserve. For people like me, if you're like me, this is not going to work. You're not going to be content pretending to love somebody. You're not going to be content being with somebody because of, you know, financial reasons or whatever agreement or accord. You're not going to be content with love as a transaction, where somebody gives you something and then you have to give them in return. You are really going to long for something more, and that's the way I see things. It's just that I always long for something more. I step away from anything that has to do with transaction, where you're actually waiting and doing things to receive, or doing things because, or being calculating, manipulative. It may get you to the same result, but it's not going to give you the same experience. Not during the journey, and not once you reach your destination. So if you are like me, where love is for you such a tremendous gift to receive and to give, like no other. You know, many people say they can live without love, they can, you know, manage to function and what have you. But if you're like me, a life without love is going to feel like a life in doom. It's going to feel like a life that's not worth living. And so when you are with that partner, when you find that special someone is, sometimes it's just somebody who's close to you, somebody you may not have necessarily paid attention to, but it has been there, that is, you know, helping you along the way, that is sending you and giving you so much love that you have no choice at some point not to feel that love overwhelm you, to realize all the little things they've been doing all along, to look at them even when they don't even know what they're doing, and to look at them when they don't even understand what is happening, to have that ability to express and share the love that you receive within, and let that love embrace the both of you into that relationship. Love for me is such a topic that I could spend hours and hours talking about, as a hopeless romantic and as somebody who's who's always filled with love. I think if I wasn't motivated by love, there's a lot of things that I wouldn't do, that I wouldn't put my energy towards, I wouldn't put my energy with. And so, speaking to the ladies, sometimes it's a matter of, you know, being willing to give, being willing to express even the deepest thing that you haven't expressed to anyone before. Not having that fake mystery when you're trying to be mysterious in order to keep his attention, but having that mystery because you're always searching for something more to share with him. You're always searching for something within yourself that could help you express how deep and how much depth that love has. Love is the magic that most of people are looking for in all those kind of spells and all of that, because they're too scared to look at it and fuel it from their own self, because they look and search for it within themselves. If you were to do that, you will find that fountain of wisdom, of delight and deliciousness. And that's kind of an invitation from this video, but of course for the series I'm going to be doing in December, I've got so many different messages from you guys who appreciated that December series, Delicious December, which is a series that I've created that's kind of a model after the Vlogmas, doing as many videos in the month of December, just talking about love, just bringing some different videos to cheer you up or to awaken the love within yourself. So that you understand that love is always around you, it's always within you, and that you have the ability and the capability to tap into it whenever you need it. And even when you don't need it, you still have the capability to tap into it so you can share with people who need it around you. And I do that particularly in December because there's a lot of people who are away from family, who may be away from their loved ones, who may be feeling a little bit more gloomy during that time. So I thought it was a great time, and I thought the fact that you guys appreciate it, I'm definitely going to do it again this year. So this video today is just like, I felt like I wanted to talk about love, and you know, my channel is really based on how I feel at the moment, what I want to share at the moment, not so much on the schedule or anything like that. I had some time today, so I thought it would be a perfect moment to share that. Of course, I'm always also feeling a lot of love around, like I usually do, but today, particularly the past couple of days, I've really feeling loved, and loved in a different kind of way. So for me, love is always an expansion, and here it's taking me on a new direction. So I'm exploring and discovering different facets of love, and I'm very grateful and gracious for that. So I wanted to awaken in you that lover in you. I know that nowadays, before the term lover in the Middle Ages was really talking about two people loving each other, not lusting after each other, but loving each other. You had this calling that was beyond yourself. You couldn't help yourself but want to be with this person, being attracted to that person, wanting to spend your life with that person, wanting to do extraordinary things, sometimes even giving your life for that person, trying to do everything that you can to give them the world. And I think this is a term that should be brought back. People should seek to be lovers again. Lovers in the fullest sense of the term, where you actually feel everything that needs to be felt about love, where you can look at that person and see the leader that he is, to have that admiration and respect for his words, for his decisions, for how amazing he is, for his greatness as a father, for just the intimate way he looks at you, how when he looks at you, how you feel, how every time you look at each other, it feels like the first time you met. So for us women, it's very important to show men that love. You know, whether you're married, whether you're just in a couple, you're still just dating, it's really important for you to show him that you appreciate him, that you love him, that you respect him, that you admire him, for all of the qualities that he's bringing to you, for the amazingness that he brings into your life, the sun that he brings into your life, the devotion that he inspires you to give, for the love that he inspires you to be, the type of love that he inspires out of you. I think once you tap into that sense of yourself, you understand then that you don't need to be calculating. You don't need to manipulate him. All you need is to flow with the love that you have within. All you need is to flow with the love that you have for him. And that love will push you to transform you from his girlfriend to his wife, to the mother of his children, to, of course, his best friend, his confidant, his secret keepers, okay, which is a sacred role, to be the holder and the container for his fears, for his doubts, for his ambition, for his visions, and be able to magnify that, be able to magnify his vision, to be able to support him throughout that journey. And of course, there's going to be hard times, so you may look at this video and say, right now things are not that glary anymore, or maybe you are going through a rough patch, and for having been surrounded by couples have been together for decades and decades. My parents are about to celebrate their 40 years in a couple of years, 40 years anniversary. And I've met many more couples that have been together for 30, 40, even 50 years. So all of them have always spoken about, having gone through rough patches, sometimes even contemplating divorce. But what led them back to each other was the love they shared, was the experience that they had for one another, was the love, the respect, the admiration, the appreciation that they had for each other. So if you are in that moment where you're having a rough path, look at him and think about all of the wonderful things. Think about the first time you met. Think about the first date. Think about the fun times. Think about the way you looked at him back then. Think about how you were looking at him and you couldn't even see any faults. You couldn't even see any default. You were just looking at him and all of the potential of the relationship. Okay, maybe think about him and how he's fathering the children, how he is with children and how devoted he can be, how worried he can be if there's anything going wrong. Look at him and see him as a provider that he is, how dedicated he is to his work, how dedicated he is to the vocation he's chosen, how he speaks about the work that he does, how much energy he puts into that, how much pride he has in the profession that he's chosen, and how well he does it. Think about how he held you the first time. Think about your first kiss. Think about the first night you spent together. Think about your wedding night. Think about the night your children were conceived. Let all of those memories, let all of those energy bring to you, awaken within yourself the love that's always been there. Awaken within yourself that ability to commit, that ability to decide that yes, this is the man you've chosen to spend the rest of your life with. This is the man you've chosen to be the father of your children and to father children with him. This is the man you've chosen to journey life by his side, to journey life with him, to become a part of him. You understand? Becoming a part of him. Sharing his sadness, even though sometimes we don't want to show our partner that we feel their hurt, we feel their pain, we don't want to necessarily cry in front of them. Hold his pain, be his container, so that when he can express his deepest fears, that you are the one he can express that to. That there's nothing that he cannot tell you, that there's no secrets that lay between you, that the mysteries that may come and stray are mysteries more based on sensuality rather than mysteries based on deep secrets kept that's keeping you apart. So I, through this video, felt called by love to just come and let that flow out of me. Let that be shared with you. Let that touch your heart, so that you don't give up on love, so that you don't give up on all of the amazing things that you long for. If you're currently single and you are maybe reluctant to give another try to love, this is an invitation for you not to give up. This is an invitation for you to be reminded of all the things that you will want for yourself and all the things that you can have. No matter how old you are, no matter how many children you have, no matter how many mistakes you've made, love is always waiting for you, as long as you're waiting to welcome it within yourself and to share and express it with other people. So I hope this video was kind of rekindling, helping you to assess love around you and helping you to let you to leave some of those barriers, maybe taking you for the first baby step at least to revise those barriers and let yourself feel and receive love. Let yourself give love freely without condition. By freeing yourself that way, you'll free up more room for love to come in and show you so many different ways where love can be within your life and where love can be with you all the time, all the ways. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.